is something that we all have in common, is that we're all people, and we all need to get along and should get along, and having gotten to know many of you really makes me have hope for our future of the world, because you're just, everyone is a little bit different, but down deep inside we're all the same. We all want the same things. We want for our children to be happy and to just live happy lives. And I think that's one thing that is universal across cultures.
Some of the cultural understandings amongst countries, and especially amongst people, really centers around the things not that we have that are different, but the things that we have in common. And it's really amazing to me that you can meet someone from another country and realize in just a couple of days that you have a lot in common, despite the fact that you have different religious beliefs, you were raised differently, different cultural beliefs. And to me that's really amazing that you can make friends from around the world based on little things like that.
Mutual understanding amongst different people, or people in general, is that we need to make sure that we understand each other. For one thing, what might be the color red to me may mean something else of color red to someone else. So we have to make sure we understand each other's differences and then come up with a mutual understanding between the two.
Well, I think it's important for us to understand different cultures, different people. When we learn more about one another, I think we recognize how much we have in common. And I think that's the wonderful thing about getting to know people from different cultures, different backgrounds, whether they're from different places in the United States or from different countries, because I think that we can all learn from one another. We all have different strengths and talents and wonderful things that we can bring. And so I think that's the important thing about understanding one another. Well, mutual understanding between people is, I think, a willingness to really get to know what are the wonderful traits that we all have. And so I think that we need to keep that in mind, whether we're in a small group where we might even be from the same region, to when we're getting to know people from other countries, because we're all unique, and yet we all have so many wonderful commonalities that make us human, and that is just a wonderful thing to get to know about each other. You know, there are a few things. One is to be open to, to travel, be open to people who are coming to visit us from other places, and to kind of think about the power and what we can learn. I think that if we think about what we can learn from each other, that's one of the best ways to gain a good mutual understanding. It's a wonderful way. In fact, a little over a year ago, I was in China doing some recruiting for my college to bring students to that college. It has a lot of international students, and our community loved it because we all learned so much from each other. And again, I think that ultimately what we learn is how great, humanity is. And so when we go out of our comfort zone and learn those kinds of things, it affects us in a positive way.